Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at a deck I've been working on since the big green list. I've been thinking about it, and I feel that it might be missing a few things. So my response was I needed more removal, and I maybe needed some better ways to finish the match, and more value. That's what I wanted. More value, better ways to finish the match, and more removal. So I decided to go back to blue-green ramp, using the same kind of core. So we're using the blossoming Kodamas, we're ramping lands, but now we have access to frog tossers, which can help me win matches if they get hit by the tree. So I have these massive removal threats. So now we have Deepwood Stalkers and frog tossers, some more removal, always good for a control deck. And we also get Leaping Fugu, which is a card that just generates value. It's a free Faeria 5/6 with jump. So I've gone down more of the value things, and yeah, I decided to just add a bit more reach as well. Like I said, better ways to finish the game. Gathering Enchantment. There's a lot of creatures in this deck who have high life, so I can use the enchant on them and get that final hit in. So enchant is a weird one. I haven't extensively tested it yet. It's kind of one of the new additions. I did try some other cards. I tried Fugoro. I didn't want to build 3 lakes. That was my problem, so I cut Fugoro in the end. I tried Yulani, and I found that my creatures were just too durable. I never got to trigger the gift ability. And then someone in stream chat suggested I should try Gathering Enchant. So that's where I am right now, just trying the enchant. I think this is a flex slot. So if you're going up against certain decks, you can take another cards. So if you're going against Burn, you could put in Runin's Guidance for heal. If you're finding you're playing a lot of Dreamweaver, which is one of this deck's bad matchups, unfortunately, you can put in Emperor's Command as a way to shoot down the libraries. So that slot there with the enchant is a flex slot. You can kind of put in what you want, but I'm hoping that the enchant does work out. It gives us a bit of cycle, it does empower our creatures, so there's a lot of benefits to having that card. I put in instead of Enchantress because I felt like the deck didn't need any more creatures. We were fine with creatures, so take the cheaper option, a 2 Faeria, buff our guy, draw a card. It just seemed a little bit better. But yeah, let's get in some matches and see how this deck performs. Alright guys, first match here. Throw all these away. We want to find Living Willow, Wood Elemental. Now, the one thing about this deck, which I've learned, is you have a lot of flexibility once you get the 4 forests. So 4 forest is the key. I think 4 forest is like the key decision making for the deck as far as land placement goes. So you can go from like, for example, if I had 4 forests now, but I had Frog Tosser in hand, I could hold back on my 5th forest and then go for lakes in order to get Frog Tosser or this enchant. So you don't necessarily have to just go straight up to 5 forests if you don't need them. And that's one of the things I've been doing a lot, is making that decision. Do I go lakes, get the Frog Tosser, or do I go forest to get, say, feed the forest? In this case, I am going to go forests because I don't need the lakes. But say I did have a Frog Tosser in hand, it could be something to consider. Especially if you're going against more aggressive decks and you need to hold them off. Like, lakes are usually better against the more aggressive decks after the 4 forests because you need that Frog Tosser to help control the board. Now, I'm hoping this is not sack. Yep, it is sack, so we're going to have to play a little more aggressive going forward. Going to wrangle this Bloom Sprite. Yeah, we're going to need to push up one side. Our spider, very, very nice, so we can just slow things down. So we can feed if we want. We could go lakes, actually. Just to challenge the Demon Wing, we can use the enchant on this Willow and take it out. So maybe we do go lakes. So lakes here are really good because the Leaping Fugus can then double collect. So that's something to consider as well. So let's take the Deepwood. Don't want to give any more power-ups, but yeah, we're going to have to do it. So let's just eat up this Wrangler. So we're basically trading +1/+1 for Faeria. And I think that's okay right now. We'll just try and slow our opponent down. We're pretty good in terms of economy. Like, we're going to be able to build a lot of Faeria with Living Willow into Feed the Forest. I'm hoping this Demon Wing gets Brave. That's what I was hoping for. Okay. So now we can kill the Demon Wing. It will give a buff to the Bone Collector. Now this is going to start shimmying over to the left. Oh, another spider. That's interesting. Okay. So we will take our lake. Let's get this enchant going. And speaking of Fugus, one shows up. And then we have it. So now Living Willow's the 7/7. So being able, this is why I like enchant. It was a very great suggestion from one of my viewers on stream the other day. I think it was Tofu Warrior who suggested it actually. Just turning Willows into 7/7s. You can turn Kodamas into 7/7s. Faeria Golems into 10/10s. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. So we can feed now. Start digging. Let's have a look. What's in store for us? It's going to be another feed. Not that useful in this situation. We are one land away from Fugu coming online, which is really good, and we're not too far away from the tree. The sooner we get this set up, the better. If I had another collector to play, I would definitely consider feeding the Wood Elemental, just so I could dig for the Kodama. Because as soon as I drop Kodama, we are in such a good spot. We can just go straight to tree, and then start empowering all our creatures, and then we're gonna start getting bigger than Soul Eaters. That's always a good thing. Being able to beef them up. I'm going to go for a land into Wind Soldier. And take the power up. Okay. Double power up. That's pretty strong. It's fine. We have Fugu coming up next turn. Yes, we can stick Fugu here. Fugu can challenge. Oh, the Kodama. The Kodama. Just what we needed. We don't even need to feed it. I guess I could feed this instead. Maybe we don't even need to. What's this? Like 7 Faeria, 13, 16? Yeah, we're fine. We don't need a feed. I'm probably going to push an aggressive Kodama. I'm actually going to be... yeah, we're gonna have enough lands just playing the Kodama, so I could just play it here, and then I can take a draw. Because this is gonna give us 3 forests. So I could actually draw instead. That's probably better. It just gives us a bit more flexibility. Maybe I feed it. Maybe I feed this. So many choices. Alright, let's take a draw. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Hello, hello, hello. Yep, get the Fugu down. We'll stick a tree over here. Now I'll pass. So now we're in a bit of a strange situation because I do want the tree to hit the Deepwood Stalker. But hitting the Faeria Golem isn't that bad. I mean, making this even bigger. This is why I was like, I could have fed the Faeria Golem, but I could have just drawn into another creature anyway. So I was thinking, well, let's just see if Faeria Golem gets a buff. Especially if this can't be answered, because I could just move, make an aggro forest, and just drop big boy Faeria Golem down, and go from there. And then we have this as a double collector, so we're tri-collected now, which is really good. Even if this does kill the Kodama somehow, Fugu should be able to manage this after. It's only 1 power-up. I could have actually played Fugu here to jump here to make an aggressive forest. So that's something I could have considered. I actually think this deck's really good, guys. I was playing it on stream. I've been playing it off stream as well. I've been doing very well with it. I've even beaten Teddy's yellow rush deck with it because it has so many taunts. You know, wood elementals. You have the willows as well. You can just like surround your orb with stuff, which is also very good. Generates a lot of Faeria if you're not under a lot of pressure. Oh, it's wood elemental. That's okay. I don't mind that so much. So we are going. We don't have to take a forest necessarily, but I am just gonna jam a load of creatures down this turn. That's my plan. So we take the forest here. We go for the wood elemental here. Go Faeria Golem here. We can kill this. And I'm actually going to leave this up because I don't need the Faeria. So so I can leave this up and stop the Bone Collector from collecting. I know it's 18 Faeria, but I don't need the Faeria right now, so I'm happy to just pass here. And look at this, we're overwhelming our opponent very easily with these power-ups, and then the Tree of Everlife will hopefully hit the Spider, and then the Spider can take care of this guy. It's a Demon Wrangler, okay. Wrangle those demons. Takes a draw from the Village Elder. So this is actually just out of reach of the Spider, unfortunately. But then again, Wood Elemental's in a position where it can kill the Bone Collector, which is fine. And there we go, just gonna scoop. You know, Green Yellow Sacrifice is a deck that has very big bodies with its Soul Eater, but the thing about this deck is because we're both playing so defensive, I just get the land ramp so quickly. If I pick up Tree of Everlife, I'm probably going to win the game because Tree of Everlife is a quicker, well, it's just a quicker winning condition than Soul Eater in this kind of matchup. But I also have just a lot of big bodies, you know, Faeria Golems, Leaping Fugus, you know, jumping 5/6s. You know, I always talk about 5/6 and how good it is. Imagine one with jump. But yeah, there we go. Game number 1 in the bag, beating Green Yellow Sacrifice. Good game to my opponent. Let's go on to another one. Alright, next game. Let's throw all these away. So we're looking for Wood Elemental Willows in our opening hand. Lair wasn't too bad. Like, it's a turn 3 collector, but I'd rather position Lair in a way that's beneficial for me rather than just stick it down as a collector. Now, we do have a Deepwood Stalker, so hopefully we find a target for this, and then this can just be our collector. So like Banquet, Animated Banquet is such a good one to kill with Deepwood Stalker. And I say Animated Banquet, and what shows up? A lake. Surprise, surprise. I'm a big fan of blue, so I'm not complaining that blue's in a good place right now. Lake, okay. Just gonna go down the same side for now, just so we can defend. We're going to be holding off here. Might be able to stick a collector this side at some point. Maybe we can get a Leaping Fugu to start jumping back and forth here. I'm hoping this is jump and this is not Dream Reaver. Okay. Okay, so it's another greedy deck. Battle of the greedy decks. Okay. So now we have a target, which is excellent. So I don't mind splitting off here. So the Mochi will benefit my opponent with the cost reduction, but it also benefits us greatly based on our hand. We don't really have a good hand right now, but the Spider being able to take care of the Mochi was fantastic because we got to set up a collector, which is really important. Living Willow, how's it going, buddy? Stick you down. Such a good draw for us. Very durable collector. Gonna sit there, harvest some Faeria for us, and then we can even go into Faeria Golem next turn. Feed the Willow. That's what we want to do. I could keep hold of feed. I don't really need it. Ugh. Not very nice, is it? Oh, nice. Double Faeria Golem. Sure thing. Let's stick a Faeria Golem here. Let's stick a Faeria Golem here. So we're just sticking 2 durable threats down, especially against red. Like, Faeria Golems are going to be able to stick around, make sure we collect that Faeria. No, Garadan doesn't really have a good time going up against this. We'll take our first lake here next turn, so we can move Faeria Golem up to challenge the Mochi. Or we can just take the lake here preemptively and then move and challenge the Mochi after. Ah, no, a creation? I don't want to see that. Sad times. That actually is fine. I'm actually okay with that. That hit there. Can we just do this? Yeah, that works out just fine for us. So Garadan can come down, sure, but he doesn't kill anything. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. That pre-hit on Faeria Golem worked out perfectly for us because then the Willow kills the Garadan and then Faeria Golem lives, so he doesn't die to the second Garadan. Good stuff. And then if Mochi comes down to collect, which is needed in order to play that Garadan, I can take the clear on the Mochi and still have both my Faeria Golems alive. And then this can move back into this position here to block the double collection. And hopefully I just pick up another creature to finish this off. Maybe another Willow, like Willow's absolutely fine. And then I can enchant the Garadan, bring it down to a 1-1 once it hits this. This Garadan's coming here. No, it can't. He doesn't get a Faeria. Oh. Oh. Oh, hello. Hello, Moby. That's good timing. Good timing, that's for sure. So we will take the last lake. So we're probably going to swallow this. We're just going to play, we're going to play slow. We don't need to play into anything right now. We have Moby next turn. Moby can swallow this. I want Garadan to come down first, ideally. Like, let's get Garadan down first, and then we can Moby this. And then Moby will be a little safer from that damage. Is this Garadan? No. Garadan's like here, right? Yeah. Ground Shaker. Alright. Another enchant. We might have to Moby this now. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. It's unfortunate. Kind of forced into it, but it happens. So we Moby. I guess we can Moby in the middle. Do I want to play around Bomb Slinger? I don't think so. I don't think Bomb Slinger is going to be a problem here. So we can Moby in the middle. Enchant this. And take the hit. Again, we're still not in Garadan range. That kind of works out for us. I am going to wait. Like, I'd like to put a Fugu down, but I don't think my opponent's getting up to much other than Garadan this turn. So let's hold off. Let's hold off for now. I don't feel like we need to do that just yet. Don't want to overextend to the board. I'm hoping I can at least get Moby here, so Moby can start going face. Or at least Moby kills Garadan, and then I deal with this after. So if Garadan comes down here, for example, or Garadan comes down here, I can zip across, finish... I don't know, actually. I need Garadan to come down here. This is where I want Garadan to come down, because then I can hit Moby into it. I can then hit this into the Ice Rock, this into the Ice Rock, and then finish them all off. Well, no, Garadan would actually kill Faeria Golem. What am I talking about? I mean, we just go face and make an aggressive forest. +1 Garadan. I mean, maybe he'll Garadan. No, he's not going to Garadan. Okay. No Garadan. That's fine. Lands. I might enchant this preemptively, because it's going to take 3 damage from Garadan, so yeah, maybe enchant works out. Brigand gets the move and make aggressive land. I don't like that. It's a tricky one. It's, do I stop the double collection or do I stop the aggro land? I guess I could do this and then stick Fugu there. And then Fugu's at least a defensive option going forward. And then if Garadan comes down in the middle, I can hit it with the Fugu, enchant it, and then I can Frog Tosser it. I would pre-enchant this if this set up lethal. It doesn't set up lethal, unfortunately. That's my problem. It doesn't represent lethal. I need one more damage, which I don't have. That's the thing. So this is Windfall... Windfall... Garadan? Firestorm? This is Garadan. Hello. Grand Shaker. Okay. I can just run away with this. The problem is that once this dies, the Ice Rock Behemoth's going to be there, and it's going to be harder for me to find lethal. I could step back, collect, hit this, enchant it, and then Frog Tosser it. So maybe I just backpedal here, take the lake, collect, let's hit this, let's enchant it. Another feed, it's not really that helpful. Go for Frog Tosser here. So we're just starving our opponent at Faeria, just making it more difficult. I guess the only problem with Moby in this position, I do put an Ice Rock Behemoth right next to me. He does come around, finish off the Frog Tosser. We do get to collect. I can hopefully, if I draw a Willow, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Lake into Archon, so just trying to block me. That's understandable. Getting away from this is difficult. It can follow me anywhere. Maybe that's fine. Let's take a draw. Of a Frog Tosser. Let's feed this. Deep with Stalker. I have a full clear, right? Oh, I'd like one more Faeria to play the Fugu. So I should, I guess, no, Wood Elemental wouldn't do it, right? It costs 4, feed for 5. This could go really wrong. It's fine. It's fine. That was just that. Was there a better way I could have done that? I don't think so. I think like there was always going to be a possibility of this going here. I guess I could have double neutral to increase the chances of it not happening, I guess. +1 into layer. Oh, that works out just fine. So we can feed this now. Move this across. Play the Wood Elemental down. take up this last spot here. Gonna collect Lake Fugu. And then we're going to try and set up lethal with either the frog or the Leaping Fugu. So let's say this does get answered. Layer, I can use the Leaping Fugu then to kill the statue, and then the frog will finish the game. So just like maneuvering around the board with the Sky Whale, because I can't really deal with an Ice Rock Behemoth. That was the problem. Like I had to keep it in Moby and just move around the board. I was very lucky on the 50-50 on the frog there. It was only one of two places that it could have went. So I was lucky it went here. I think I could have controlled that variance a bit more if I went for double neutral. So I should have done that. So I did luck out when it comes to setting up lethal that early. But good game to my opponent. Let's move on to another match. Alright guys, another game. We played against two greedy decks so far, or two control decks at least. And we haven't really had I haven't had an opportunity to showcase this deck against faster decks. So I'm hoping somewhere along this episode we do go up against something like Midrange or maybe even Rush. We do get the Dream Star, we get the Wood Elemental. This is the best card you can find in your opener. If you can get this and Kodama in your open hand, keep them both. It's definitely worth it. Air Elemental, okay, so we got some yellow. Can't say I've played against much yellow with this deck yet. We could split off we could actually go up here. And the thing is, you don't have to collect off your own wells. You can go into double collection if you think your opponent can't really handle anything coming down here. If you're going against, say, red, for example, you have a lot of high life creatures like willows in your hand and stuff. It might actually benefit to go here first and then push this way. But because we have Layer, I can use Layer as a defender. The Manta Rider showing up. I'm so glad this doesn't have charge anymore. This card was so hard to deal with when it had charge. It's a little more reasonable now. Now it's less mobile. Enchant's pretty good here for us as well, because we can enchant our Willow or we can enchant this so it doesn't challenge the Wood Elemental. I'll probably just stick Layer on the left going forward. Maybe in a position here like a lake. What is this? What is this? Crazy. Alright. So the reason we're sticking Layer on this land is it's to protect the Wood Elemental. Also, if the Manta Rider does go into this, we can't really interact with the Manta with our creatures. But I think that's fine, because what we're doing is we're basically locking out this well for our opponent for 2 turns. Unless there's a mobility trick. If there's a mobility trick, there's a mobility trick. It's not a lot I can do. But the taunt here, the whole point of it is just to control the right side. We just see a Dustbringer Wraith. Alright. Fugu. So we're going to take a forest. I'm going to taunt this up, and then we're going to stick Willow behind. So I don't want to give away that I have Enchant yet. I think if I go for another lake, Enchant might be a bit too transparent. So I'm playing a bit more tricky here. I'm just trying to mind game my opponent. So I'm just going to play another collector. That's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going to go for the push. Then this is still taunted, which is fine. I'll take it. Takes a draw. I think my opponent did forget about this. This works out fine for us, because now we can take our last lake. I can even take it here. Another good Fugu land. And then we finish this off with the enchant. And then we draw awesome cards like Frog Tosser as well. Fantastic. Alright. So I can lake here. I'll take the enchant. Enchant's been fantastic. I'm really impressed with it so far. Ooh, this changes things. I guess I still want a Frog Tosser. I think that's fine. I'll Frog Tosser here to start challenging this. And we're going to Frog Tosser this little guy. But then this comes down and clears. But then I finish it off with the Willow, so that's fine as well. So yeah, let's do that. Frog Tosser. Take out Frog. And we can push this up. So Enchant's been really good. A good suggestion. I believe it was Tofu Warrior. Yeah, but good suggestion there. Yeah, gonna clear. That's what I wanted. Frog Tosser's done its job. Spectre. Okay. Stalk is found. So we can actually go for a draw this turn. We have enough Faeria to play Kodama and Leaping Fugu. Let's do that. Oh, and there we go, just gonna scoop. So we had such a good turn. We just go into like Kodama Fugu. We put loads of pressure down the board, and then next turn, so say we drew Feed the Forest there, we could even feed the Willow. And then maybe gear up towards like the tree on the follow-up that had Spider in hand, and then I can just Deepwood Stalker, the next big threat that comes down. So we were just in a really good position there. I don't think our opponent had a chance. But another game in the bag, a bit more aggressive, not quite what I'm looking for in terms of a mid-range deck. It was a little slower because it has so many land requirements. But good game. Let's get on to another match. Alright guys, another match. We're going against Teddy. I'm actually going to keep Leia against Teddy. I'm going to keep this hand because Teddy has been playing Yellow Rush on ladder recently. So this is me making a read. And it's either a good read or a bad read. We'll find out. Teddy took second place. Oh, we might be going for Yellow Flyers. So Yellow Flyers or Yellow Rush. It's usually one or the other. But yeah, Teddy took second place in the Kaleem Seasonal Cup, losing to Superb Lizard. They had the same lineups apart from 4 cards, I believe. So it's going to be Yellow Flyers. So Teddy's been playing Yellow Flyers and Yellow Rush a lot recently. So I wanted to make sure I had cards to deal with this. We are going to go for a Collector Layer. So last time we played, I was playing Blue-Yellow Tempo. Another deck I've been working on, which I may showcase. Depends how well it does over the next couple of days. But yeah, I got absolutely ruined by Teddy. He just out-mobilitied me. Oh, we can eat this. Even if he gets the turn, yeah, we're still going to eat this. This represents a lot of problems. A lot of mobility. It can start chipping away at our creatures and stuff. We don't want that. Okay. Another Frog Tosser. Not bad. See you later. I'm going to move back. Because this could get a flash win, so we can move back and collect on the follow-up. So we're taking Double Lake next. That's the plan. Double Lake is our next line. Is it going to be a Fanatic? Nope, it's going to be Kaleem. Okay.
Embrace the wild wind.
So I feel this is already looking pretty bleak for me. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So we get the move back. We'll take a lake here. I guess we'll move back again. So we do free up our collection spot by taking a step back. This is a nuts opener. Does he have the Soul Drain? He might have like mobility Soul Drain now and just full board clear, but we're already set up for the Frog Tosser turns. So I can Deepwood Stalker this now at least. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's really difficult to stop these having the power up. So I want a Frog Tosser this one. I guess I can Deepwood Stalker this one. This is probably going to die. I know that's very optimistic, but I'm just being realistic. Do I want to do? I guess, alternatively, I could just play Wood Elemental and not bother with the Stalker, because then I can... I guess I could Frog Toss a Stalker this. But I'd rather Frog Toss to the 2-2. Maybe I wait, actually. So I'm just forcing I'm forcing Teddy to think about this frog more than anything. The thought might just be soul drain it. What's up? Collect. Hit this. Should be a little sad, but I do get Skywhale next turn. And I do get Stalker, so I got Stalker, Skywhale on the follow-up. Of course this turns. Of course this card turns, so why wouldn't it turn? If it didn't turn, I would have been so much better off. Because I could Stalker this and keep my Stalker alive. Yeah, just going for full board control, as to be expected. Soul Pact. Soul Pact. Manta Rider. Alright, so we can Frog Toss a Kaleem now at least. Puts us in a reasonable position. I don't really care about these that much. Maybe I just Deep Wood Stalker this to protect my board, which I think's fine as well. So yeah, let's do that. Deep Wood Stalker. And then we can Frog Tosser this here to guarantee the frog goes here for double collection, and then we can collect with this. Now, Spirit Theft is a game. I don't think I win if Spirit Theft is in hand. He just Spirit Theft this, and then land, and then on the next turn he has a Frog Tosser available, which is pretty crazy. I really need to collect Faeria next turn, just to make sure that Moby can get something done. Figure where the land's gonna go. Oh, apologize for that noise. So 5 lands means mobility, so probably a champion. Yeah, that's to be expected. So a champion's gonna go in this turn. Oh. Thank you, game. Being nice to me. Okay. Let's feed this first. Let's see what we get. Woody. This collects. I could actually +1. Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna make an aggressive forest here. We're gonna +1, then we're gonna Skywhale this guy. Okay, alright. So no Spirit Theft, Teddy. Be nice to me. Be kind. Don't Spirit Theft my guy. I would be very sad. Nah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I can clear this. Let's take a draw. Kodoma. So I'm still behind, unfortunately, but... I do have a bit of Faeria carryover, which is going to help me out because I get the Kodama. I can Kodama here next turn. Fairy, will it turn? Of course it will. 3 turns. It's crazy. So I can take Kodama here to stop. So it's more important for me now going forward to stop this from collecting. So stop the quad collection. I also protect my statue, which is currently healing me back up to full. It's getting there. And it's going to give me a bit more time to work with. Is that another nightmare? Ow. Feels bad, guys. Gets to collect back up to 2 Faeria. Quad collection. This is where I want. This is what I want. I want to quad collect. Draw. Fugu. I'm not. If I had drawn this, I would have laked here and then Fugu'd. But we're going to pass. We're going to Fugu next turn. So we can Fugu on this spot. Digging deep. 6 cards. Manta Rider. Okay. The world where I win if I go for Radiance. So I probably draw and hopefully draw another Fugu. Willow Enchant is risky, but I've seen so many nightmares that I think Willow Enchant might work out. Are you serious? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I might be able to feed something. Don't know if I have any Willows left. I think I might have one. Yeah, this is my second Willow. Don't have another Nightmare Teddy. Might just move it. Soul Drain. Spirit Theft. Spirit Theft. Okay, he didn't Spirit Theft the Frog Tosser at least. So draw for the yeah, I'm just drawing for Willow. Fugu's not quite there. 5, yeah. Well played to Teddy. No surprise there, losing to a champion. He's won 2 ciphers open so far. Came second in the Kaleem Seasonal Cup. Yellow flying tempo. This is kind of what it feels like to me. Lots of card draw with the Iona's Smile. Soul Pack to generate extra Faeria to play more threats down. Looks like a solid deck. I did play against this yesterday. I did lose. But good game, Teddy. Let's move on to our final match. Alright, guys. Final game. I'm going to keep the Deepwood Stalker. I know I'd like the hard mulligan for those wood elementals, but I'm just keeping it in case we go up against blue. And it gives me a collector, so I can just stick this down as a collector if I want to. See, blue, I just know. I know what's up. No animated banquet. Another lake. Battletoads. No, it's the Disciple. No event? No. No, there is an event. There's a spell whirl. Okay. Okay, double spider. Definitely an option. It's an option I will take. Nom. And nom. So you get to kill one of the big threats of blue-yellow events. This is what I predict it's going to be. Might be like a mono-blue event, or maybe like blue-red events. I don't know, but blue-yellow events is probably the deck we will see from our opponent here. Go to Battletoads. That's fine, I can deal with these. It's harder to deal with a Disciple. Battletoads. These little spiders can fight them just fine. Is that a desert? I assume you desert now, so you can desert here next turn and double collect. I don't see why you draw unless you're going to double neutral. It is a desert. Alright. Here we go, set up our double collector. So that worked out really well for us drawing the second spider. Got to deal with the Disciple early. Get 2 collectors down. Now, we do open ourselves up to Spirit Theft, unfortunately. But, you know what? It's fine. I got the Killer Disciple. Yep, Spirit Theft, and then Spider my Spider. Spider me Spider. Maybe I should have played around Spirit Theft, but I can deal with a bunch of little tutus. That's fine. That's not an issue for me. So we could push into here, actually. I have Radiance coming up. We get the Spider this side, stopping the collection. We can't, if we say Spidered one of these, he's still going to collect off this well. So we're taking care of the creature who's on his lonesome. And the Spider eats him. Nom nom. So Frog Tosser's an amazing draw for us in this matchup. And I could start building lakes then if there's a Frog Tosser. I might start building lakes anyway as kind of a preemptive thing. Gearing up to find myself one of those. Oh, hello. So probably going Radiance this turn. Oh, it's a Kodama. Kodama looking a little more attractive in this situation. Yeah, we're going to go Kodama. I might swallow this, actually. He can Soul Drain. That's my only issue. There could be a Soul Drain clear on Kodama. So maybe if I do Kodama, I don't stick it in between the wells. I stick it here, so he has to move down, and then Soul Drain, and then I can finish, and then maybe drop Radiance. Or if I want to play a little safer, I can stick Kodama on the left. Just take over this. It's a little wasteful, but we got a value out of it. It helped our Spider collect, and we gained a Faeria. So we're going to do it this way instead. Yeah, okay. And the reason is I want to solidify a collector on the left-hand side and challenge any Mantas that come down, or this frog if it moves up. I can just swallow this with Skywhale. I don't see a reason why that would be bad necessarily right now. I think it'd work out fine. Just gonna Soul Drain this, I guess. We draw Willow, we get to Willow Feed. It's also very good. I guess the truth is, I would probably want Frog Tosser. I'd want Frog Tosser not this turn, but next turn. So maybe if I draw a Willow, and then I can feed the Willow into maybe a Frog Tosser, and then I take my lake. Or I take, like, I find a Fugu or something. I want a reason to build lakes. I'm going to build a lake next turn, but I want a reason. If this lives, I get to collect. I could just jam Radiance. I could, like, lake here, jam Radiance. And just have that there. Or lake here and jam Radiance, so I have a double collector for Fugu. Or maybe I stick Radiance in double collection here and then start using my lands on this side to fight off my opponent. There's so many different things I could do. Colossus. Alright, we're sticking Radiance down here. That's fine. Unless we swallow this instead. Guardian Golem. I think we swallow this. Ooh, we do open ourselves up to Spirit Theft with the Herald. Radiance is probably a little better. In that case, I probably Faeria feed to make sure I have carryover for next turn. Oh, Leia's pretty good. It's all Radiance Leia? That's really good, actually. So now Leia can kill the Colossus and stick a Shimmering Statue in a pretty good position. Because it blocks... This Shimmering Statue blocks this aggressive path for the Colossus. Then I have Radiance to kill the Herald. So I get to preserve at least 5 life of this, instead of having it on 3 life, which opens itself up to Soul Drain Spirit Theft. My opponent's a bit Faeria starved as well. We're collecting off one well this turn. That also works out for us. So actually a lot of good things happen with that feed. Just picking up Leia was fantastic. I can move this into double and then hit this Herald. If another Herald comes down now, I'd probably just swallow it. No, it's going to be a Manta. Okay. So hopefully I draw Frog Tosser. Frog Tosser would be very good. Frog Tosser would be crazy, actually. I could just Frog Tosser this. Oh, he's going for another Manta. Okay. Willow. So nothing to swallow this turn. I guess I can take a draw. Oh, hello. Let's deal with you. We'll deal with you. Actually, we'll move across. Double collection. I'm going to stick Willow here to just taunt these up. And then next turn, we jam Tree of Everlife down. We'll probably stick it here. Or maybe here. It's my only lake at the moment. I'll probably stick on the forest. I'm going to need to stick on the forest. So I'm probably going to stick it here. Actually, no. I'm gonna stick it here. I don't mind like curving around the Shimmering statue so much, but I don't think I'd want to block myself. I guess I could stick it in between the wells. But if I stick it here, it's just a bit more awkward for a Colossus to interact with it. My opponent has a lot of cards in hand. Lots of cards. I guess like Moby. So now that I think about it, if this does die to Soul Drain Spirit Theft, so let's say I clear this. I clear this. This dies to Soul Drain Spirit Theft, and my opponent invests 10 Faeria into it. I just swallow it with Skywhale for 6. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. I can go to lake here. I'm gonna kill this one. I guess I can just then kill this. And then I just jam tree. And then hopefully tree hits this guy. Tree hits this guy, I drop Faeria Golem here, and then he's just this massive defender who's just gonna swat away Colossus like they're nothing. I still have a 10-5 in this position as well. Hitting Moby's not too bad as well, I guess. Like, pushing Moby up to a 13-13 is going to make it much more difficult to answer. Then I don't have to worry about the Soul Drain Spirit Theft nonsense. He's going to Spirit Theft the Willow. Yep, that's fine. I'll take that. It's the Spirit Theft not going on my Radiance. Oh, Spell Whirl. Okay, I was just about to say, Trident Chef? Really? It's the Spell Whirl. So you can use it on this. This jumps across, gives it the Campfire, clears this guy out. Please hit my Faeria Golem. Don't hit Moby. I don't want this to hit Moby yet. Because I want to play Faeria Golem. Yeah, Banquet. Campfire. And let's hit Spirit Theft. I'd rather this be Campfired and they trade. Yeah, that's great. So this is not getting Spirit Theft now. There's only one left anyway. No! Don't do this to me, game. Alright, let's take a draw. Cheeky Willow. I guess it's fine here. Like, what's this really gonna do against my Faeria Golem? I guess if Moby gets hit one more time, I just play Moby for lethal. Like, I'll just double neutral and then land here and then play Moby and be like, what's up? 20 damage. What are you gonna do about it? So I guess this is a lethal option for me going forward. I'd rather the Willow get hit in some ways, I guess. But then again, maybe I should just do that anyway. Maybe I should just double neutral next turn and then take a land here like a forest. And if Willow gets hit, I jam Willow and just enchant it and just smack him. Or if this gets hit, I just swallow something and then just go for the 20 damage lethal. So that's the plan. I guess I gotta hope that Spellwill isn't finding Frogifies. I guess Spellwill hit this, I want to say. So there might be another blue card lurking that could be Frogify or Phantasm. They're the two cards I'm afraid of. Desert. Okay, so my opponent is gearing up potentially to Colossus somewhere next turn. Maybe like double neutral Colossus here. Maybe just blocking me from... Are you serious? The game is really adamant of me playing a 2020. So we're going to kill this. I'm going to play a Willow. I guess we could draw first, because if we pull feed, I guess I feed first. That's fine, we'll keep the Frog Tosser, then we're just going to enchant this. Right, yeah, I'm going to lock these in. Yeah, fine, I get it. You want me to play the 2020 Moby, I'll do it. You've convinced me, Tree. I will do it for you. Just for you, Tree of Everlife. Humble Visions, that's fine. It still kills the Willow. I'm happy with that. Aurora? Okay.
Would you like some tea?
No. I guess you give me something worth swallowing now. This can block my collection. I think that's better, but doesn't go for it. That's fine. I just have to do it, right? Like, why wouldn't I do it? I guess I can't yet because I don't have the lands. Like, yeah, I guess it's not. I'm not ready to do that yet. This is a problem. Yeah, yeah, fine. I understand. It's not my time yet. I need to be able to answer the board just a little bit longer. I might even need it. I mean, Faeria Golem got hit at least. We have one Frog Tosser in hand, so that could get hit. But I'm going to do it next turn. Next turn, I'll have enough Faeria because I'll be able to double collect here. I can make like, I want a double neutral. Stop doing this to me, game. Give me a feed so I don't have to make any decisions anymore. Oh, come on. Really? Does it come to this? I want to make sure my opponent can't block. That's what's important to me. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay. Draw for feed? But then again, I can't... I want to make the lands. I want to make it right next to you. I have to wait another turn? It is happening next turn, guys. It is happening. I'm going to make sure of it. I have +1. I do not need any more Faeria. I should have done this a long time ago. I've +1. You are going to move here. You are going to double neutral for me. I'm going to jam this 27-27 Skywell. I'm going to swallow this frog. Because the spider's my friend. He didn't want to join the dark side. He just had to. Now he's going to jam a Colossus, and I'm just going to be like, even better, that's what I'm going to steal instead. I'm even going to BM. I'm just going to... I haven't used all of Hakoa's things yet, so let's use Unique. We'll use Unique. I don't know what it says. Okay, I'll find out. This is where he has Frogify, and all this pain and suffering means nothing. Cool. Boom, boom. Unique. I'm so smart, I astound myself. See, there we go. That was a good line. That feels like it was good. A 27-27 Moby. Is there a frog? Why is it Humbling Visions? Okay, he's a 13-13. Emperor's Command. Well, he did bring him down to size, at least, right? Kalim's training? Yeah, well played, friend. Well played. Humbling Visions, Emperor's Command, still only 11-7 after all of that. Good games to our opponent. The 27-27 Moby did win me the match, it seems. Good game. And that's going to wrap up this episode. That wraps up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of this deck. I think it has a lot of potential. Green-blue ramp is definitely back. I think Kodama has given it enough gas now that we can get to stuff like Tree of Everlife. We can get to stuff like Moby. We saw it happen in my big green deck. Splash a bit of blue and you get access to Enchant, Frog Tossers, Leaping Fugus, a lot of the good stuff. So I'm pretty happy with this build. I think the enchants worked out perfectly. I'm not going to cut them. Again, I think you can flex them a little bit. Go for those guidance if you're playing against Burn. Go for Emperor's Command if you're playing against libraries. So there is a bit of wiggle room with the build, but I hope you guys enjoy it and give it a go. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, drop a subscribe to keep up to date of when our content goes live. I did feature a few decks last week, featuring cards from the new expansion. I took a look at my own big green deck. There is also Light Sapphires, Tale of the Tritons. What a really cool blue jump variant used in Tale of the Old Turtle. Definitely check it out. If you like Blue Jump, you're going to love this deck. But if you don't like Blue Jump, and you'd like to try a different version of Blue Jump without those Humbling Visions and Frogifies and stuff like that, be sure to check out this build. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, guys, take care, and I hope you enjoyed my blue-green ramp.